Aloha everybody and welcome to the final part of the Star Fox playthrough. As soon as Venom begins, immediately fly to the top of the screen so you can dodge all of these metal pillars, except for the last one, Jesus! I think with this level in particular, I don't think the main cause of your deaths are going to be the enemies themselves. Like maybe the boss at the end, for sure. But when it comes to this stage, it's going to be all the metal pillars, it's going to be all the metal plates, it's going to be all the things that you need to dodge. All of the things that you can potentially run into that are going to be your main cause of death with this particular Venom. Because, oh my god, they throw so much shit at you. Good lord. With this red pillar segment, what you want to do is hang low to the ground because they have the red pillars that are flying in from behind you, right? They're flying in front of you and they're landing on the ground, but there are also red pillars that aren't flying in, that are already on the ground when you're approaching them. And the thing is, as soon as you get close to them, they're going to fall wherever you are. If you're to the left of the red pillars, if you're to the right of the red pillars, they're just going to fall in your direction as soon as you come up to them. And that's why you want to be low on the ground. You want to be low on the ground. With these walls, they're aiming somewhere. Jesus! They're aiming somewhere, and your blaster can switch their positions if they're red, and if they're blue, it will lock their position. So like the blue ones keep alternating between left, right, and rather than guess where it's going to be, which you can do, you can choose not to shoot them and just assume you know where it's going to be by the time you get to it. You can shoot the blue walls, lock them in to the left or to the right, and make sure that for sure, it's going to be aiming left, and then I can move to the right and dodge it effectively. But like I said, it doesn't take a lot of damage from any of these walls, any of these pillars to destroy your R-Wing. If your cockpit hits head first into these walls, it's like 5 hits, you know? It doesn't take much to kill you. Like, I'm not worried about these energy balls. I'm not worried about these walkers. I'm worried about all of the shit getting in my way. Just, ugh! Get out of my way, metal boxes! I don't want to see you today! Andross, turn off your telekinesis, you jerk. You jerk. You prick. And for here, get to the top. Tight squeeze, but I managed to do it. I find it interesting that, like, Route 3, Andross considers this as the surprising tactic. Like, in Pathway 2, we went up through Venom's back door, and that should have been the surprising tactic. But with Pathway 3, he's just like, wow, I didn't expect you to take this route. And it's like, I guess it's because we're going after the harder bosses, the deadliest armadas. We're going into danger, you know? So Fox, choosing this route is ballsy and it's risky, but oh man, if you succeed, you feel like a badass. Either way, folks, the Great Commander is back again. I make this first phase look pretty easy, but at halfway health of the first phase, it shoots out cannonballs a lot more frequently than what you're seeing right now, and you didn't get to see it. I'm sorry, I killed it too quickly. But you have to shoot the bottom every time it opens up, and then the cannonballs will accelerate and they'll shoot more often. And with the second form, this thing's going to be twirling towards freedom. And you don't want to shoot the twirling part, you want to shoot the cockpit that's circling around it, because that's where the Great Commander is. And when the Great Commander's dead, the twirling part blows up on its own, and then you're absolutely hunky-dory. So, yeah, I made it look simple. Because, you know, I'm the Great Clement. But, yeah, we're just getting started. Ah, your choice of routes took me by surprise. Your father was a reckless fighter, too. See, there's a reference in the game that he killed James McCloud. He killed Fox's father. That's like the one rare time they mention Fox's dad. I don't even think they mention him in the instruction manual, although I could be wrong about that. I just read it, though, and I don't feel like he mentioned his father, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see, won't we? Either way, I'm not good at dodging this stuff. I took way too much damage. I know. Again, I wasn't doing, like, retakes. This was just me playing the game from Corneria to this point, and I was just like, oh, God. I ran into so many walls on the way. I'm already halfway dead. Oh, Jesus Christ. And I'm sure to hit a few more plates. I'm sure to hit a few more plates with this Andross fight. But either way, folks, We've done this many times already. This is our third time going after Andross, so you pretty much know what to expect. He inhales plates, he sends them where you are, fly to the other side of the screen, take out his eyeballs. You can shoot the plates that come out of his eyeballs, blah 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 blah. We've done this a million times. Hitbox, what the hell? I clearly hit his eyeballs. Why didn't you give that to me? I never want to see this guy again unless it's a Super Smash Brothers fight, okay? I'm tired of this guy. But anywho, you blow open his eyeballs, like so. And once again, he's got the diamond on top of the Andross cube. This time it's gray instead of blue, which indicates that it has even more health than Pathway 2. And something different happens this time around in Pathway 3. The Andross face reforms, and it turns into a demon face. It turns into this, and then the metal plates just constantly keep coming. The energy balls keep pouring out of its eyeballs, and all I'm really doing is I'm just moving left and right, shooting the eyeballs. It doesn't take much to kill me. I only have to run into like one more plate, and I think that's it for me, so I got a little tense. My sphincter tightened when I was fighting this guy. But you blow up the eyeballs, I send out a bomb, shoot, 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 shoot. And Andross is toast. That was Andross, ladies and gentlemen. That was the final boss of Star Fox. Okay, folks, so yeah, that was the final Andross fight to show off. Those were all 3 routes. Again, there's still an extra video coming up with some secrets I have to show off, but you may have noticed throughout this entire playthrough, every single stage that I played, I got the top score. I got the required score to reach 100%. So, I'm pretty good. But some of you might be asking, what do you get for doing that? What do you get for achieving a 100% score on all 3 routes? Nothing? Like, I've literally consulted, like, GameFAQs cheat section and guide section, and I don't think you actually get anything other than bragging rights. Other than, hey, look how big my dick is. But, yeah, I got 100% on all 3 routes. Glad to show it off, but I don't really get anything for it. So, you know, I just wanted to show that I could do it. I just wanted to show that I'm an ace pilot, that I'm worthy to be in Star Fox.
Come in, Cornelia.
This is Cornelia, Pepper speaking. Congratulations on a job well done.
Roger. I'm heading back to Cornelia.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the original Star Fox on the Super Nintendo. A game that I still enjoy playing even to this day, despite its technical limitations. So obviously, the king of the mountain, the king of the franchise, is still Star Fox 64. Like, that game is perfection to me. That's my favorite Nintendo 64 game of all time. One of my top 5 favorite video games ever. Yeah, I put it up that high. I love Star Fox 64. I must have played through that game a million times. But you know, this game is still enjoyable for what it is, and what it is just an arcadey tech demo. It's a tech demo to show off that the Super Nintendo was capable of having 3D models, polygons, on its console. That it could be on the same system as Super Mario World, Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, Super Metroid. It's the same system, and yet look how different it is. Look how crazy, radically different it is compared to everything else on this console. Holy, this is mind-blowing. This is 1993. This is cutting-edge technology. Whoa! You know? And being a tech demo, it's great that the levels don't go on too long. I kind of enjoy that you can beat the game in about 30 minutes 30 minutes to 40 minutes because that makes it fun to replay. It makes it fun to just jump in, start from Corneria, go to Venom, and beat the whole thing in one sitting, while trying to see if you can maintain your score bonus, to see if you can get 100% bonus for every single stage that you're playing. So it's easy to come back to. Now, obviously, it's dated. Oh, it's dated. You know, this is early beginning 3D right now, you know? The frame rate's not great. The models and stuff, some people think it's charming, some people think it's like, ugh. Why would anyone want to look at this? Look at these crappy models, Is that supposed to be a grasshopper or something? I don't know, It's obviously dated, but you know, I still think it delivers where it counts. It still delivers on the twitchy, fun gameplay, and I wish they would illustrate that the barrel roll is so helpful for reflecting, like, you know, gunfire and stuff, but as long as you go into the game knowing that, it makes the experience a lot better. And by the way, I love the credits theme that we're about to listen to. This, to me, is the main theme of Star Fox, and should have always been the main theme of Star Fox for the whole entire series. I love that theme so much. I love that theme way more than the main theme of Star Fox 64, which would be reused for Adventures and reused for Assault. I think this is a way better theme, personally. Soundtrack's great. I like the soundtrack, whether it's Corneria, whether it's Venom, whether it's the attack carriers in Pathway 1. I love the music in this game. It is so fantastic. And, okay, clearly this game doesn't have the variety that, like, future games will. You know, you can't hack computers. You can't get out of your R-Wing and fight on foot. You can't drive in the Landmaster tank. There's no all-range mode. So clearly, it's just a rail shooter and that's it. But you know, some Star Fox fans might appreciate that because there aren't any extra gameplay modes to distract you from the thing that you want to play, which is the on-rails shooting stuff. You know, the era of Panzer Dragoon, the era of Star Fox, is kind of long past us, and we don't really have games like that. You know, when you have space shooters, you usually have, like, bullet hell type things. Like, you'll see a lot of anime bullet hells on, like, indie stores and stuff. You'll see, like, Gradius, which is a 2D game. You don't often get these on-rails type of shooters like Star Fox anymore. And I think that still makes it unique, even today in 2020, when you're looking for a game to play. I think that makes Star Fox kind of stand out. I wish there were more on-rails shooters nowadays, and I'm sure there's probably been a lot of indie games that are like that you're going to point out in the comments section. But, you know, I'm not aware of them, and that's the problem. I'm not aware of them, and that's the problem. So, like, okay, there's clearly no variety, but, you know, this is just an easy game to come back to. You just occupy the R-Wing and take the role of Fox McCloud, and you just shoot everything that comes your way. Pew, 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 pew. Save your wingmates, feel like a badass. That, to me, is the appeal of Star Fox. And it's not as good as Star Fox 64. The series does get better from this point. But as a first entry goes, as first entries in the series goes, I think this is a pretty awesome video game, if I do say so myself. Pretty awesome video game. Also, weird tidbit of trivia, if you wait like 10 minutes at the end screen, they actually start sprinkling in like this little melody of the Star Fox theme. I don't know why they wait 10 minutes to play that song, but they do, and that's something you can wait for and listen to if you really want to. Or you can just listen to it now. And there you go. But, yeah, Star Fox is obviously dated. It's obviously not the best game in the series, but I still have fun with it. I still enjoy what it brings to the table. I still think it's pretty important for the Super Nintendo's development and the development of all Star Fox in general, you know? I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic. And, it's a good game. It's a good game. I like it. That's why I played it. It's a good game. Either way, folks, stay tuned for the extra video because I still have to show off some bonus levels that some people might not know how to reach. There's a fourth ending with credits and everything, and yeah, that's about it. So stay tuned for that extra video. That was Star Fox, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Great Clement. It's been fun. Toodles.